Next time we'll talk. do it this time. Cold blowing your mind. Hey dummy, this no accident. All of this was designed. Took my time. Crack from behind, and I opened up your blinds. Rise and shine. Cold world. Same used to drive around with your girl. In my mama's Civic, now I'm out here trying to get it. I ain't like you. Boy, I spit it how I live it. So when you see me in the streets, man, I ain't got a mimic. Cause I ain't got an image to uphold. This real. I ain't got a gimmick, I just flowed it. The boy that set fire to the booth. In a game full of liars, it turns out that I'm the truth. Some say that rap's alive, it turns out that I'm the proof. Cause the ones y'all thought would save the day can't even tie my boots. The ones y'all thought can hang with me can't even let these words be my. I don't rhyme my. For I'll wait, I pray to the Lord, my soul to take, my soul to take, my soul to take. Soul to take. Lord, I've been dreaming about the paper. Get rich before I see my life taper. Hope my mama get to see Jamaica before she meet her maker. I hope we're never good enough to ever be a Laker. But these words I recall got me borrowing. Jordan, more than a rapper, this a natural disaster. Boy, I mean it in Katrina mixed with Gina. Shut up, Cole. This is for back home. What up, Bo? This is for them that played me. What up? Nah, I ain't mad, it's sad. You went from bad to real bad. Two kids that don't even know they real dad. Real sad, baby girl, I wish you still had it. Then maybe you could get a taste of living Philmatic. It's cold, still at it. Y'all be talking.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
That's right.
D-Rose. Just do.
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and the Chicago crowd wants some love from their Bulls. Here, matched up against Cleveland, is how they'll kick off the new season. They could only manage a single win in 4 tries against these guys last year.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
And, you know, with 2 teams in the upper pyramid in the early going, important to establish that pecking order, especially within your conference. So this game is important.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving is out there with Iman Shumpert, and it's Mozgov in at the center position. Now here's Rose for 3, Dunleavy. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year. Huge moments for him. 57-point outburst against San Antonio. That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other All-Stars, quite honestly, Kevin. But you can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for the regular season.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. James has a 2-pointer, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
Off to a nice start here. They've hit all 3 from the field.
For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Rose against Irving. And it's Rose penetrating. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Now the dish to Irving. Cleveland moving it around. Butler with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And the rejection by James. Now it's Shumpert running. He can go all the way. That's good.
Well, he's back and playing in front of his hometown, and it's such a rush of adrenaline when that happens. So you're going to be dealing with friends and family, asking for tickets, but the chance to come back to play where it all started and put on a show for the people you grew up with, there's not much more that's better in terms of motivation.
Now here's Butler. Rose kicks it to Noah. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. Was way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries. Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Now here's Rose. And it's Irving with the rebound.
And, you know, going back to Noah last season, I think the additions to the Bulls front court had an effect on him. I mean, they added Gasol and Mirotic, 2 major talents up front. I think that gave Noah less opportunities than he had the year before, and it was an adjustment for him.
Here's Rose. Following the basket by LeBron James. Double team on Rose. The drive by Noah, and he gets it to go. Noah's got his first basket of the night.
I like his composure there under pressure as he was being double-teamed. Terrific pass.
And guys, talking about Joakim Noah, he was still the spirit of that team last season. Amongst all the great talents the Bulls had, Noah was that energizer and catalyst for the team. A true warrior, even in an off year.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. 2 summers ago, all anyone could talk about was LeBron James and the return to Cleveland.
I mean, you couldn't write that stuff, Kevin. I mean, it was unbelievable, the storyline. I mean, after all the acrimony between LeBron and the ownership as well as the fans. But you know what? He said it best. He truly is back where he belongs.
He's home.
Yes.
He's home. So for the Bulls, Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Dunleavy. And it's Brooks in for Rose. Now here's Brooks. Left side Gasol. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks.
And, you know, for LeBron, he knew he had his work cut out for him in Cleveland. A younger team unseasoned in the playoffs. They had to remake the roster a bit and gain that experience.
And LeBron and the Cavs, I think they'll have a chance to bring that long-awaited championship to the city of Cleveland. But LeBron's return was bigger than basketball. He said it was about hope and inspiring his home state. And no doubt that was accomplished in his first year. And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. It goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
Ball's knocked loose, taken away by Williams. And Jefferson throws it down.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
Bulls trail by 12. Well, as rough as the Cavs might have started the season, Clark, they were all at peace near the end. Things turned around certainly after the All-Star break. Had their amazing playoff run, great momentum, and that confidence showed every game they played.
Really did, and I thought the big three found a way to come together nicely and smooth out the rough spots, and James, Irvin, and Love ended up being the highest scoring trio in the league last year. Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose, the D hasn't been able to keep up.
Mirotic has a wide open look. The offensive rebound. Shot's good by Gibson.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
Here's Thompson. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Now here's Butler. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Passes it to Mirotic. And it's off from three-point range. Cleveland leading by 12. Ahead. And Jefferson throws it down hard.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
Extremely positive. I mean, this is a very nice lead to have early in the ball game.
Here's Brooks. Here's Mirotic. Offline with his three.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Williams, that's good.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
He couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
And LeBron James trying to will his Cavaliers team to its first title. Teammate Kevin Love says LeBron made it clear from the start what he expected.
He sat us down maybe right before the first practice and kind of spoke about what he thought everyone should bring to the table. And we had to hold up our end of the bargain.
When someone like LeBron talks about what you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
Yeah, I would think so. You'd be better served to go right along with what he's talking about. Dub the new big three along with Kyrie. I think if they just keep following LeBron's lead and advice, the sky's the limit.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And for the Cavaliers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
It's all about the depth, really. The bench has been the difference. The bench play really has separated these two teams.
Yeah, it's been a huge advantage for them. That bench has really made a nice contribution.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Love and Varejao are up front. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. And it's Dellavedova in at the one.
And last year's midseason trade had to feel good to Iman Shumpert. Toiling away in New York, injured, uninspired. Boy, did he find new life in Cleveland. Of course, playing next to LeBron can do that for him.
The Cavaliers leading by 19. Here's Dellavedova. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists tonight. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Cleveland?
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually, have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
And for Shumpert last year, Clark, he added the defense and athleticism on the wing that Cleveland so desperately needed.
Yeah, he sure did, Kevin. And he also became a facilitator of all things. I mean, you wouldn't expect that from him, but he averaged over 3 assists a game, easily the best mark of his career.
Good point. Chicago calls timeout.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Verejao. James Jones comes in for James. Harris is checked in for Shumpert. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Here's Snell. Bangs home the trifecta. Snell's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Mozgov. Basket is good, the assist from Harris. And the Cavaliers lead by 21.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's Dunleavy. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Dunleavy dishes to Gibson. Harris knocks it loose. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clarkie came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
Here's Mozgov, following the score by Derrick Rose. Puts one up from 19, and Irving gets it to go on the assist by Mozgov. And it's 6 points for Kyrie Irving. Rose with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Snell, the pass to Noah. Irving against Rose, and stolen by Love. One-on-one here. Here's Harris. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. Harris has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Cleveland's gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them. Gibson with the steal. Rose against Jones. Out to the right wing. Here's Gibson. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Harris. Poked away.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Bulls making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. Smith checked in for Cleveland. Williams comes in for Harris. Rose gets the bucket.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, with the 111 first-place votes to only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history?
The Cavaliers leading by 22, stolen by Rose. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. Some changes for Chicago. Mirotic is checked in for Dunleavy. Jimmy Butler comes in for Tony Snell. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. And then for Cleveland, Anderson Varejao checked in for Mozgov. Tristan Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. And Jefferson subbed in for Irving. Chicago calls timeout.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. and sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Here's Butler. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. It's stolen by Jefferson. And Williams with the clear path to the hoop. Oh!
Yeah. And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Brooks kicks to Mirotic. Puts up a three. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Here's Brooks after the made shot from Mo Williams. Brooks kicks to Mirotic. The three-pointer no good.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
That drops. Varejão's got 5 points in the quarter.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
Brooks against Williams. Here's Mirotic. And again, no good by Chicago. Stolen by Noah. 2 on the clock. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Bulls have missed both free throws they've attempted tonight.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Gasol. And Cleveland making a change here. And he makes both free throws. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Cavaliers ahead, just dominating this one. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I have Derrick Rose, and Derrick, you guys were scoring pretty nicely as a unit here tonight. How do you facilitate that?
Just be more efficient. I'm taking less shots, making sure that I make my shots and take my time on the offensive end and get people involved in the game.
Thank you, Derrick. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, Doris, much of...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 9 points, 4 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, we can't look past the huge contribution their bench has provided. They've got this lead mainly because of the injection of energy and offense that they got from their reserves. That's what a coach wants to see. I'm guessing the minutes will be spread out a little bit in the second half.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
Barbecue chicken, they were
That's going to do it for now as the second half is just about ready to get started. We'll see you later.
Now it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
What a game for Rose. He's got 10 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
He can just change a game with his defense, and he's thrown off their rhythm completely the last several possessions.
At small and power forward, it's Dunleavy and Gasol. Rose is the one with Butler as the 2. And it's Noah in at the 5. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half.
And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
And Noah with his slam.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Irving from long range. That falls. Great assist by Love. Love's got 3 assists in the game. And with Rose again, he showed flashes last season of his level of play, Clark, before the injury.
Yeah, exactly. And you hate to see any player go down with injuries, especially a talent like Derrick Rose. He still needs to show that he can regain that high level of NBA play for an entire season. I think that's just a matter of time, Kevin.
Here's Rose. 10 points for him. He dishes it to Dunley. Back to Rose. Gasol a screen. And the wide open shot from Rose. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Rose has got 12.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Stolen by Rose. Outside Gasol. From the baseline. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. They're working.
Ooh.